Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Milwaukee Brewers vs Pittsburgh Pirates, Baltimore Orioles vs Detroit Tigers, and Toronto Blue Jays vs Boston Red Sox, which are happening on Thursday, July 29, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. This series is a lost cause for the Pirates. They haven't been able to bust a grape at the plate, and they'll be running into Freddie Peralta on Thursday night. You'd have to go all the way back to the month of May to find a game where the Brewers' starting pitcher has allowed more than 3 earned runs on the mound. A low-scoring game doesn't bode well for the Pirates because it's going to heap even more pressure on Chad Kuhl and the bullpen to shut the Brewers' offense down. It's the same offense that has already scored a combined 16 runs in the first 2 games of the series. They're firing on all cylinders right now, and the Pirates are the team unfortunate enough to be in their path. The Brewers are currently tied with the San Francisco Giants for the most road wins this season. The ball has certainly been bouncing Milwaukee's way to this point of the 2021 season. As the dog days of summer continue in the MLB, it seems as though the Brew Crew are going to face very little resistance from their division foes the rest of the season. The Brewers' front office was able to acquire Eduardo Escobar from the Arizona Diamondbacks. Eduardo has been a machine in the Valley of the Sun this season and will present plenty of pop for this Milwaukee batting order. The Pirates were on cloud 9 after stunning the San Francisco Giants at Oracle Park, but even they had to know that celebration would be short-lived with the Milwaukee Brewers next on the itinerary. It has been a lopsided series throughout the season, with the Pirates not having a lot of opportunities to actually compete. They can't crack the Brewers' pitching rotation, and they're constantly getting blasted by their offense. Granted, their last victory in the series came in a shutout on the 4th of July. Can they replicate a defensive stand like that one on Thursday night? My betting advice for that game is to pick Milwaukee Brewers, -1.5. This is a different Tigers team at Comerica Park. Would you believe they can actually play defense? Their pitching rotation is throwing a 3.75 ERA, as opposed to a 5.40 ERA on the road. So they've definitely got some bite to their bark in Detroit. If that play translated on the road, they'd be in deeper contention for the AL Central throne. Casey Mize will be hell-bent on righting his wrongs from his disappointing outing with the Kansas City Royals. The Orioles are a great start considering the team is ranked as the 6th worst run-scoring offense. Sure, they piled on the scoreboard against the Miami Marlins in the finale, but there isn't a lot of familiarity between the two teams. One could actually say the same about the Orioles and Tigers, considering this is their first head-to-head meeting of the season. Alexander Wells allowed 3 earned runs over 5 2/3 innings in a no-decision Wednesday versus the Rays in his last appearance. Wells was brought in for an emergency start after Keegan Akin was placed on the COVID list. He actually fared pretty well in the eventual loss for Baltimore. He struck out 7 batters and issued only 2 walks, but did give up 5 hits, including a pair of solo homers to Randy Arozarena. He brings a 4.35 ERA and 1.55 WHIP into this matchup with the Tigers. You might have thought the Tigers were playing football after seeing the final score for their game against the Minnesota Twins. They managed to survive a 17-14 classic against their AL Central rivals. It was an unlikely treat from a Tigers offense averaging only 4.30 runs per game this season. According to Tigers PR Twitter, which compiles stats for the team, Wednesday's win over the Twins was the first time the team has scored 17 runs without hitting a home run since July 23, 1961. Finally, the Tigers are on the right side of history. But can they keep it going? They'll have a better chance of doing so with their upcoming series with the Orioles at Comerica Park. Throw in the fact that Baltimore is basically handing out free runs, and there's no reason why they shouldn't maintain their offensive spark. Casey Mize will handle the defensive side of things as the starting pitcher for this matchup. He's throwing a 3.63 ERA on top of a 5.5 record, with his last outing being an ugly run-in with the Kansas City Royals, 6 hits and 4 earned runs in 4.2 innings. The 24-year-old righty is clearly better than that performance, and he'll have an opportunity to remind of such on Thursday night. My betting advice for that game is to pick Detroit Tigers. A quick reminder. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the high-stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. These two teams split their doubleheader on Wednesday, but Toronto has been trending in the wrong direction as of late, dropping 6 of its last 8 contests. Meanwhile, Boston has flexed its muscles against the AL East this season, and it owns a healthy 40-28 record against teams with winning records. Rodriguez should be fresh after exiting early in his previous start, and he's due for some regression in the second half. A nice performance from Robbie Ray early on Wednesday got Toronto in the win column in this series, but it has now lost 5 of 7 as the offense was shut down in the nightcap. Toronto's lone run of the second leg came on Bo Bichette's RBI single in the 5th, as the Blue Jays only recorded 5 hits and committed 2 crucial errors on the defensive side. Boston will counter with southpaw Eduardo Rodriguez, who is looking to get back on the right track after exiting early in his last start against the New York Yankees. After retiring the first 3 batters that he faced, Rodriguez exited in the second inning with migraine symptoms. The 28-year-old is 7.5 with a 5.23 ERA in 19 starts, but he's given up 3 earned runs or fewer in 5 of his last 7 starts. The Red Sox lefty hasn't pitched as poorly as his career worst 5.23 ERA might suggest. Rodriguez has fanned 10.56 batters and walked just 2.24 batters per 9 innings of work, setting career highs in both categories. However, he's been victimized by a .355 BABIP and has stranded just 65.8% of his base runners for the year, both representing career worst marks. With a 3.65 ZERA and 3.34 FIP, Rodriguez is one of the leading candidates to experience some positive regression over the second half of the season. In 2 career starts against the Blue Jays this season, the Red Sox lefty is 1-1 with a 5.73 ERA. He made 16 career appearances, 15 starts, versus Toronto, finishing 5-5 with a 4.78 ERA in those matchups. Per Baseball Savant, current Blue Jays are batting .272 in 122 plate appearances versus the Red Sox southpaw coming into Thursday's contest. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.